What's up guys, Lifting here. In this video I'm going to show you my work in progress cast on crit, Barrage, Ethereal knives and Spark build. The build idea revolves around the unique Quill Rainbow and the Assassin Ascendancy class. Quill Rain first of all has an insane attack speed, which means I'll be proccing my cast on crit more oftenly, and secondly it has between 50 to 100% increased projectile speed depending on the role, which greatly benefits both Spark and Ethereal knives. The downside of using a Quill Rain, however, is its low base crit chance, which makes it hard to scale and reach a high enough crit chance for cast on crit. To fix this I did two things. The first was to use the new and much more powerful critical strike chance gem that now adds a flat critical strike chance increase plus the regular critical strike chance increase. And then I chose the Assassin Ascendancy class. Since I'm running 6 power charges in this build, the Keystone Deadly Infusion grants 3% extra base critical strike chance for both my Quill Rain and spells. This in combination with the crit support gem allows me to easily reach about 90% increased critical strike chance for Barrage, and I thus very frequently and reliably proc cast on crit and then Ethereal knives and Spark and so forth, you know. And since the spells also benefit from the crit support gem and the extra base crit chance from the subclass, they both reach about 70% crit chance as well, thus needless to say greatly increasing their damage as well. And since Spark so heavily benefits from being able to pierce, I've also included the reworked pierce support gem. In Ascendancy it now, besides the increased chance to pierce, also grants more projectile damage, which both benefits Ethereal knives and Spark. Furthermore, I choose to pick up the notable piercing shots for an extra 30% pierce chance for my skills. These 3 points together with the pierce gem grants me a 90% chance to pierce. And so to further benefit from this, I'm also using the unique quiver drill neck, which makes it so that projectile damage is increased equally to my arrow's pierce chance. Again, since Spark and Ethereal knives are considered projectiles, they gain a 90% damage increase from this. And while the tooltip doesn't show this, I should theoretically gain the last 10% from using the drill neck itself. But for some reason it doesn't, which there's probably a very logical reason to, and I just don't see it right now. Anyway, to avoid using greater multiple projectiles and thus lowering the damage of both Spark and Ethereal knives, I'm using the unique Volley Fire Jewel that grants you up to 4 more hits on each attack, which needless to say then has a chance of proccing cast on crit and so forth. You will get many more procs using this. So overall, by going via this route we gain a ton of projectile speed, pierce chance, damage, attack speed and a very high crit chance, which when it all comes together synergizes incredibly well. And as I said in the beginning of the video, this is a work in progress and there's still lots I can do to improve the build. However, if you are interested in trying it out for yourself now, I will share the current skill tree and main skill gem setup down in the description of the video. Sometimes next week, when I've played the character a little more and finished the build, I will release a build guide. If you liked the video and want to see more, remember to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and bros, do you even nerd?